Okay. Welcome back to yet another session for the Celestine Prophecy. Last session, we are actually, are you able to, what do you say, not the co-host, maybe you need to spotlight, right? Are you able to spotlight it? Sushma?
Swarupa. Yeah. Your screen only I can see, but here I don't have that option.
Okay, I think I did it. I think I did it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So in the last session, we have seen that our hero, the James, went into the peak of the ridge and he had an experience, that Aham Brahmasmi state or a Tattvamasi state, right, where he could see the entire universe within himself and himself in the, he in the entire universe. So that is what the ultimate state or the mystical state. Here they call it as a mystical state. So when he comes back, so if you notice that, so when he's coming back, he is able to walk like all the ridge and all side very happily. And there are some policemen and all those people, the military people, whoever it is there, he is able to see, but they didn't do anything for him. So for now, we don't understand at this, because I have read through the novel for a couple of times, read through the entire book for a couple of times. I know like why this particular sentence was given here by the author. Here, the reason is that he is not able to see the others. With these military people did not do anything for him. He's thinking why these people are not doing anything, why these people are just going like that. The reason that they did not see is because he is in the top of the ridge. He got a very good experience, right? When he got a very good experience, so we are all what? Actually, we are all the energy beings, that you know, right? We are all the energy beings vibrating at the different frequencies. So when he got that experience, what is that is happening is this James is having a high energy, because he experienced all that mystical experience. He had a high energy and he is vibrating at the different frequencies as that of the soldiers or whatever sort of military or whatever it is, right, who are trying to chase these people who are reading the manuscript. So he is at the different frequency. When he is at the different frequency, the higher frequency than those people, what happened at that moment is they are not able to see our James. Even though he is walking, they are not able to see, because he is vibrating at the different frequency and those people are vibrating at the different frequency, even though they are walking in the same street. They are walking opposite in the same street they are walking. So that we will get to know only at the end of this book, that ninth insight. He will explain very in detail. But here I would like to explain why those people have not seen, because he is vibrating, he is having that complete, when he is able to see everything in himself and he in everything, he is able to see that he is vibrating at the very heart level, the love frequency, right? So that's there. He was having the high energy frequency, that is where he is there. So that's the reason why he is not able to see. But the moment, but again, when he come to that some church and all, they came and he met that priest called Sanchez, and then he's talking. In between, he started feeling the fear, because he wanted to go back. He don't want to read about this manuscript or anything, and he wanted to go back to United States, because somehow he felt that all this is why, instead of getting killed in that particular thing, it's better to go back. That kind of feeling. Whenever he got that fear, he became dense. So he can able to see all others, and others are also able to recognize him, because he started come down to the same frequency as that of the others, like a previously. That is what it happened with our James. Okay, so he feels that it's probably, so he is talking to the Sanjay, right? So Sanjay said that it's probably unsafe now to go back to the United States. So, but we will try to find out what is the situation is, and we will try to assist. For now, you just relax and gain the energy, gain your strength. That's what he said. Relax and gain your strength. So relax and try to get your strength back. So then he's nodded, and he just nodded, and he pulled out some of the papers. The Sanche he gave pull out some of the papers, and he said, "This is the fifth insight. It speaks about the kind of experience that you had at the ridge." Okay, I think you will be finding it interesting. But our James, he took it very reluctantly, because I don't want any of this manuscript. I want to go back to my United States. Why all this killing and why all this fear, right? I don't want to have it. So this kind of thing, he was very reluctant. But he's asking, what was your understanding about the last insight you read? That is the fourth insight he read, right? What is your understanding? Our guy, he want to go. What is this nonsense, the manuscript and all? I want to go back. And that guy is asking, what is your understanding on the last insight, right? So I don't want, he's feeling inside his head, he is feeling, right, I don't want to think about these insights at all. But finally, he pulled up all the energy, and because he has to tell something, right? Humans are struck in the competition of each other's energy. So humans are struck in the competition. I want to take energy from you, and you want to take energy from me. Suppose we are all there. So when the argument comes, when some argument comes, right, they wanted to win over the other. Forget about the normal world. Even in the spiritual world, I have noticed many things. They wanted to argue. They wanted to win over the others. Oh, whatever I said is right. But here, there is nothing right and wrong is the one that we always learn in the spirituality, right? So suppose if I speak at one level of understanding. If Patri sir speaks, he speaks at the different level of understanding. Will he say that I am wrong? He will not say. He understands that. So this Prasanna is vibrating at the different frequency, and whatever that she can understand at that frequency, she is speaking now. Suppose if she can rise her frequency, if she can rise her energies, she will able to understand. That's all he will think about. He will not say that it's a wrong. Whatever the experiences way that we are telling, when the Patri sir is there, he's clapping. Oh wow, such a good, such a great experience. Like that only he used to tell. He never criticized anyone's experience, if you notice, right? Similarly, here there's nothing right or a wrong here, but what is happening here is we are trying to grab the energy. We wanted to win over argument. We wanted to do something, whatever that we feel it, right? Oh, I'm great. I can do that kind of feeling. We are actually expressing it when we can identify, because we are trying to identify. We wanted to pull the energy of the others, and we wanted to feel stronger. This is actually what is happening in the fourth insight, right? So the problem is everyone trying to manipulate the energy, trying to get the other people energy. Because of that, we are short of the energy. Then what is the way out? If I don't want to grab the energy from you, what is the way out? Because we are all came here. Because you're all there, I'm able to read, and because I'm able to read, you're all listening. So here, if you take it, right, it is all we are learning from each other. Without you, I would not have read. If I don't read, you will not be able to listen. So it is, in a way, we are helping each other. It is not that one is doing a favor to the other. We are all helping each other in order to grow in this path. If you take that way, we are all actually increasing all of our energies. Suppose if I had a feeling that, oh, see, I had spent a lot of time and I'm coming here, so they have to listen, why they are not actually paying. So this kind of thing, if I have it, right, what is it? I'm trying to grab your energy. I'm trying to do that. So with that intention, what will happen? You will not have that kind of positive feelings whenever I'm teaching. If I'm teaching only with that positive intent, positive feeling, then you will also have a you can also feel that, because it is the energy flow between me to you. And for all of us, right? It is all the energy flow. Whenever we have that kind of, I always feel so much gratitude for all the people who come to this session, because without you, I would not have got interest in read this book once again. Because all of you asked for, we wanted to listen for Celestine Prophecy, the one that I read like 3 or 4 years back. I'm able to read it again, and I'm able to feel how much more I'm able to understand compared to 3 years back. how much more awareness I have now compared to 3 years back. So all this is experience I'm getting only because of you. So with that gratitude, whenever I teach, the love flows. Whenever the love flows, you will be able to receive well. So when this love flows, it is not grabbing the energy. It is just the love is automatically, it will get flow. That is the kind of thing that whenever he is expressing, whenever you grow the plants with the love, right? What will happen? You are pouring your love to the plants, and the plants are giving you the same love back to you. This is the kind of energy that we want. We don't want, suppose me and Swarupa, we started arguing each other. I wanted to win over Swarupa and Swarupa win over me. What is happening there is I'm trying to grab her energy and she is trying to grab my energy. In this case, we both are short of energy because we are trying to grab each other's energy. But the thing is, we need not grab each other's energy. We have the source energy. The entire universe is filled up with energy. Why I want to grab your energy? There is a cosmic energy, lot of cosmic energy is there. Sit, meditate on that, and you will be able to grab that cosmic energy. That is the fourth insight that it is actually implying. That is what we have to learn it. So they talked about it, and he took a rest because he don't want to talk much about it, right? He don't want to see that fifth insight also, that whatever that is happening, and he's looking back his last 2 days experiences, whatever, right? So all his enthusiasm was damped up. He don't want to think about this manuscript at all. He wanted to go back to the United States. Whatever that great experience that he had also, it is not actually chasing him. It's not actually making him to stand there. So meanwhile, there is because he was there in the church, right? There is an young priest came slowly, and slowly he came from the another location, and he started with him. And he is practicing something he is practicing. He thought that, okay, this young spirit is practicing something which is there in the manuscript. That's what he is thinking, because whatever it is happening, right, he is always thinking that people are doing something in the manuscript. So then he started taking his first page, and he started reading over there. So here is what is happening is, during the last decades of the 20th century, that's what the fifth insight is saying, right? It is stated that the consciousness would become publicized as the way of being that is actually attainable. In the last decades of 20th century, he is saying that conscious will be publicized. Until then, the conscious was very secret, but it was publicized that anybody can attain that consciousness, can be aware of that consciousness. We are all having the consciousness, but we are not aware of this consciousness. But here in the fifth insight says that you can be aware of this consciousness, and this consciousness would remain intellectual concept until then, right? Only when it was talked and it was debated, but after that, you can experientially feel that real consciousness of the individuals. And you can experience the flashes and glimpses of your state of mind in your own life. That is what actually we are experiencing whenever we are in the deep meditation. You are experiencing that you are a very light being. You feel that you do not have the body, and you are the pure consciousness, that kind of feeling, right? You are actually feeling very flashes or glams of it, because otherwise the moment we open our eyes, we are actually grabbing this universe, we are grabbing this outer world with all our panchendriyas. We are seeing 80% grabbing, we are hearing some percentage, we are touching some percentage, we are smelling some percentage. So with all these panchendriyas, we are busy in grasping the world, instead of actually grasping what is inside, what is that real consciousness that is there inside. Instead of grasping that, we are grasping entire world. So we are so busy in engrossing the outside world, we are not going actually the inside. That is where we are actually conflicting. So inside is actually overtaking and conflicting it. So he stopped reading it. he stopped reading. The young priest again came. So he just felt like, okay, smiled and nodded, and surprisingly that person also smiled and nodded his head. And meanwhile, the priest, whatever the priest, Sanchez, he came and he said, I need to, he came and tell me about what is this sitting areas, right? He's actually, because that guy is sitting in a particular area, right? So what is this sitting areas? Is there any significance there for these sitting areas? So then he is trying to explain that this particular mission, right? So this was 400 years old. It's a unique missionary. It was founded from the unique missionary from Spain. He felt who felt the way to convert the local Indians into their through their herds, not through their concern the spot. No, they started, because this missionary, they started converting them through their herds, not with the sword and all, because that's a kind of thing. So you need to feel some experience, right? So that through their herds, they are actually partially, this is because success, because this particular location is a very remote, and they are the priests, they are able to do that. So we are carrying this tradition of what is that through hurt they are actually doing is, what is the true hurt you are experiencing means, it is not the religion. It's not the religion. You follow this ritual, you follow that ritual. It's not that one. They are saying that through hurt they are changing, not with the swords. So which means that they started, what is the their tradition? They carry the tradition of looking inward. Instead of looking outward, they started following the tradition of looking inward for the truth. So real truth, if you look inward, then you will get to know. That is what Sancho is saying. So for that, they started following this kind of thing, and also they are converting the other people to look inward. So all the meditators, what they are doing, they are shutting down their actually the indriyas, and they wanted to look inside. That is what we wanted to do, right? The same thing they wanted. It has been cleared. So so with that, then it will be cleared. So it will completely, which is completely, that you will be able to experience yourself when you are actually looking inside. Tell me, now he is asking, like, tell me more about your ridge experience, that when you are in the top of the ridge, right? Because all these people, all these priests are so much into that ridge, listening to that ridge experience, because of to attain that kind of experience, only all these people are practicing. They are eating the very pranic food, all those things they are doing, because they wanted to have that kind of experience. But here, this guy James went with the fear, but he had experience and he came back. So he wanted to do. He was because he was not ready, right? So he was so resistant to talk about it. But I don't know what to do. I lost it. I don't know what to do, what to say about it. Just because it ended up in the fear, right? Again, when he comes back, he got afraid. So it ended up in my saying. So I didn't remember that kind of thing. But I heard that. But it's hard for me to concentrate on a feeling of cosmic when the people are trying. So he's saying, no. It is a very great experience. You have to concentrate on that experience. You have to remember and tell me. Then he is saying that it's very hard for me to concentrate on a cosmic energy that I felt in that time when people around me are trying to kill me. That fear is there within me. How can I concentrate? How can I close my eyes and remember all the cosmic kind of experience that I got it? He is just laughed warmingly, because that's a genuine thing, right? When people are killing, can you meditate? Can you close your eyes and sit quietly? You cannot do it. That's what they are asking. Close your eyes and experience, remember all the experience that you got on the ridge and tell me. People are not able to, he is not able to recollect that. So are you studying the manuscript that was given in the machine? Then he asked, yes, I'm just reading. We teach others how to, then Sanjay is saying, we teach others how to pursue that kind of experience you had on the ridge. So that is what we are teaching. So how to pursue that kind of experience. So you won't mind getting some of the feeling back, wouldn't you? So don't you mind if you are getting that kind of feeling? Do you mind? No, won't you? Because everybody want to have that kind of blissful experience, right? So meanwhile, some voice in the courtyard was interrupted and somebody is calling that Sanjay back, and he said, I need to go to the town for some meetings and I will get back. So James is asking, will you get back tonight? He said, I'm afraid I may not be able to come back tonight. I may come tomorrow. So he feel little insecure because Sanjay is the only one that he knew that, and he feels secure with him, right? So he is somewhat, so don't worry. He said, don't worry, you are safe here. Please make yourself as a home, and you are free to talk to any of the priests. They will understand. But remember that some of the priests will be more respectful than others. It all depends on their development. Always remember this. This sentence was triggered so much. We always feel that, oh, they got 40 years, they got 50 years. Can't they have such a common sense? Why do they behave such a way? Because we expect certain way when the age comes. Or we expect certain way because we understand, we expect at least some things they have to understand, right? So that's what we are. But here, he has written it very beautifully. Remember, each person will behave certain way depending on their development. So some will be more respectful, some will be less respectful. So be patient with them because their development, their soul development is a different from the person to person. So it depends on the day their development, they will be talking. So in general, in your life also, remember, each person is having at a different level of soul development. If they are talking something which is ridiculous or which is not making any sense, to understand them, show some sympathy, show some compassion, empathy, because they have not yet developed. Okay, because of that, whatever the things which are supposed to commonly that we have to know it, right? They are not able to know. That is that kind of empathy we should be having it. So then he went back for several attempts. So he went back, and he's remaining silent in that area, and he's remaining Marjorie. What happened? Did she alive? Did the Willie Willie is able to escape? Because all the things, he got disconnected with Marjorie, he got disconnected with the Will originally that he drove, right? He got disconnected. He also remembered the Jensen's man. That man was killed, right? The bullet went into the chest and he was killed in front of him. So all that is flashing in his mind. So when all these things are flashing, right, naturally one will be feeling so nervous. So that is what he is feeling. He noticed there are several priests are coming and they are preparing the food in the long table dishes in the long table, and people are coming. Another dozen of the priests came there and they are eating. And if he is trying to make some eye contact and he's saying, they are silently showing, okay, the food is here. So they are just silently showing him. They are not talking anything. They are just silently. He just nodded his thing, and he prepared his plate with some corn and beans there. And he's trying to speak on the food with some other, but people were he made several comments on the food, but all the people, they just took it as a smile, but they never talked back. Even if he is trying to make an eye contact, they are just lowering the eyes. It doesn't mean that they are actually disrespecting him or they don't want to talk to him. Here, the point that we need to understand is whenever they are eating food, they are not actually concentrating on anything. They are not talking to the other people. They are not responding to the other people. Instead, they are focusing on what they are eating. This is a mindful eating. This is the one that we all need to learn. Keeping a phone on the side, keeping a work on the side, and doing something and just putting some spoon if it is going. What it is going, you don't know. What actually going in your tummy, you don't know. This is not the right way of eating. So here, everybody is eating mindfully. They are not even talking. They are not even responding to this person. They are not even giving the eye contact. Their full concentration is only on their plate. So he also took that vegetables and beans something, and it was not much salted. Remember, it was unsalted because the sattvic food doesn't will not be having any salt in it. So but instead they have some herbs with that. So in every sentence is giving what is the way of life that we have to lead, right? Everywhere, the lunch, the way, the walk, the eat, everywhere this book is giving you the way that you lead the life. So he came and he sat on another table, and suddenly another priest came and he said, "Can I sit with you? May I sit along with you on this bench?" He is talking some broken English, and he just came with a smiling occasionally. "You like the food?" he asked. So he said, "Yeah." He was holding. "Oh yes, I noticed," and he is noticing that even though they are eating very slowly. That's a one more point. Eat food very slowly, mindfully, very slowly, deliberately chew each and every bite of it. What is going in your side? That is the one very even in as a kid also we were told this many number of times you have to chew in your, because half of the food should digest in your mouth itself when you are chewing, right? That kind of thing that we have to chew. So when all these vegetables are growing in this mission itself. That's what mission in the sense the church, right? So are they actually measured? But for that also he was swallowing very slowly, right? He took some time because he wanted to finish the food. Like us, the moment the other and then he's not answering. He is answering slowly. He is eating his own food. Then he started. He's asking, "Yeah, we are growing because food is very important." Then this guy asked, "Do you meditate on the plants? Do you meditate with the plants?" Then immediately the question comes. He asked, "Do you read manuscript? Have you read the manuscript?" Because the meditating with the plants, the platform and the concept came from the manuscript side. So have you read the manuscript? He said, "Yes, the first 4 manuscripts." Then he asked again, "Have you grown this fruit? Have you grown because the other person, have you grown the food?" "No, no, I'm just learning it." "Do you see energy fields?" "Yes, sometimes I'm able to do." He's saying food is the first way of gaining the energy. So always remember, you should have a proper understanding. You should have that complete understanding the way that you are eating the food. Food is very, very, very important aspect, because what goes inside your mouth will control what comes out of your mouth, what comes out of your mind, what comes out of your heart. What goes inside your mouth will control what comes out of your mouth, mind, and heart. Because what you speak, how you speak, what you think, and how do you feel. All these things are depending on what goes inside. So the food is the main factor. That's the reason always have the fresh food. Always have the food that has a life in it. Don't eat the dead food like a frozen, fried foods. All these are all kinds of a dead food kind of thing, right? So do not eat the dead food. Taste is it's always the taste is a doorway. So you always appreciate the food. Always appreciate. So whenever you started appreciating the food, then the taste comes. That is a doorway, right? Always pray before eating, because there are so many people worked for that particular food. Always pray, show gratitude before you eating that food. Be thankful and have a holy experience. Whenever you are eating any bite of food, have that holy experience and get that energy, right? So that food will give you the proper, with all these things, when you did it, with the gratitude, with praying, when you did it, right, you will have a awesome, nice experience. He looked very closely, as though he wanted to understand it. He nodded, and then he is actually trying to look and what kind of deliberate appreciation of the food, that was the real purpose behind the normal religious customs being thankful. What is that food that we have to? What is that? Not religious customs. We have so much thing, right? What is that? What is the result will happen? What is the result? So he's saying, as a result, when you are showing the gratitude, the result is high energy absorption from the food. Whatever the food you are eating, when you are eating with the gratitude, when you are eating with the praying and all those things, high absorptions are there. But taking in the food is only the first step. After the personal energy is increased in this way, you become a more sensitive to all the energies. Once you become like receptive of all the energies, right? You become so sensitive for all the energies. So that is the reason why the people who are actually meditating a lot, and that they will become sensitive. They are able to sense, here there is a positive energy, here there's a negative energy, here I can't do meditation. This is not at all, I'm not getting, I'm not able to do the meditation at this place because there's a lot of negative energy. Because once you have started increasing, you will become sensitive to the energies. Okay, that's what he looked at it. So what are you doing up here? Increasing your energy. So he is asked, what are you doing here? Are you increasing your energy? Because he is sitting and meditating somewhere in the some areas, right? He said, yes, I have been. So you have to be open. So how do you increase the energy? You have to be open. You have to connect to the nature. You have to always have that sense of appreciation, sense of feels. You take one step further, that sensation will be filled up. I'm not sure I followed. I'm not sure whether I'm following you or not. So then he said, okay, would you like to walk back in that sitting area? Because that sitting area is the one that he is sitting, right? So they just followed, and why not? They just walk back to that area, because that area, that particular area, they can sit something and they can see, increase the energy, right? So they arrived at that particular place and they sat it. So now finally, finally, he is saying, you wrap that tree and try to feel that energy. There is a tree, is there. Wrap around and see that energy. There are the flowers, shrubs are there. How actually they are growing like a semicircles, how they are blooming, right? See that kind of energy. Do you think this tree is beautiful? Do you see that flowers are beautiful? Right? So yeah, those flowers are beautiful there. So can you actually imagine, show that unique, can you feel that unique experience, right? It is saying he was just like a lost kind of thing, right? Because he was not in that mood, right? If James is feeling a lost kind of thing, then he is saying, I heard priest Sanjay, Father Sanjay is saying that you had a great experience and are rich. Can you remember what you felt? Because everybody is after him because he had that great experience, right? I felt, how do you feel it? I felt I'm connected. I felt I'm secured. I'm secured and connected. How you connected? What you connected? He said, for the entire whole landscape, I was connected. The entire landscape is part of me, and I was part of the entire landscape. What was the feeling? What did you feel that time when you feel that you are there in everywhere and everything is there within you? What is your feeling? How did you feel it, right? Then he just paused a minute and he think, what is that feeling he got? He got the feeling of love, being loved, love, because everybody is loving everyone. His thing is there, right? I think I felt a love for everything. Yes, that is the feeling. That's the feeling that you need to get. Now, get that feeling for the tree, get that feeling for those flowers, because those are unique kind of things in this world. So get that feeling and show your love onto the world. Love something, it just happens, because when I'm reading this, right, usually when I come to this US first, whenever I see this greenery, I used to take a lot of pictures, appreciate a lot, because it's a unique in the nature. I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed a lot. But as we started staying here, it became like normal routine in our life, and no more appreciation, no more that kind of wow feeling is not there, because we are seeing every day. That's not the case. That's what he's saying. Every time when you are seeing that's a unique creation, you pour that love. So whenever you are bringing up that love, and whenever you are bringing up that gratitude, you will be in the higher emotion. So allow that. So whenever you are doing that, allow that love enter in you. That unique creature, that unique nature love is entering in you. Because of that, you are feeling so excited. Because of that, you are feeling so happy. Once that excitement is gone, once you are not able to receive that love within you, so you are no more excited. You are not able to. So remember, but our James is not able to remember that. No. Go there, go admire it, admire the tree, admire that thing, and again try to go and get that one, right? So he is not able to. No, he's not able to do it. That priest can feel that then his energy is getting dropped down. He's not able to connect it, right? So then he says, remember a child. when a mother sees a child, remember little girl when it get, remember there is a puppy came to you. So remember all these things, because he's trying to show that pure love forms, right? He's trying to show that pure. So whenever he is actually imagining all those things, right, he started his energy got increasing. So yes, I'm in love with that the little girl, I'm in love with that kind of puppy, all the things, right? So his love started. Yes, good, you are accepting the energy now, you are actually able to do it. How do you know I'm able to? Because I could see the energy field getting larger. Whenever you are in that pure love, this your entire feeling, right, the energy is getting larger. That is what actually is able to, that priest is able to recognize with this. So this is the energy field that he is actually saying it, right? This is the energy field that we all need to increase it. That's what the priest is telling to our James. So because of time, so there is a couple of minutes. So any questions I can take. I'll stop here. We have to talk more about the energy fields in the next.